To this CAMHS, I mean, I think at this stage a lot of us feel like we could write a book, and unfortunately not a positive one, in relation to CAMHS, the battle that parents face trying to find the appropriate service, the paperwork involved in filling in the forms when people are already in a very difficult and a very stressful time of their lives, then being told this is not the appropriate service, but not necessarily being told what is the appropriate service and where do you go to access that. I also want to raise the issue of dual diagnosis and how people get constantly, sent around the houses in relation to that. I just don't see what's so difficult to understand about just because somebody might have a diagnosis of autism or an additional need, it doesn't mean that they don't also have an issue or a difficulty in relation to mental health. But it seems to just be kind of a pass the buck exercise. I know of various situations where children have been left waiting in emergency rooms while they wait for CAMHS to come and visit to see what the appropriate method is going to be or what's the appropriate path for this child. It's totally and utterly unsuitable. And I want to raise an issue that actually came to my attention just today about a lady who has a child with an additional need with the diagnosis of ADHD. They suspect, I think, that it's ADHD. And just to really read briefly, only a child psychiatrist can formally assess a child with ADHD. Only a child psychiatrist can prescribe a child with medication. The only way to access a child psychiatrist is through CAMHS. This lady's GP in Kilkenny has referred them to CAMHS, and they received a letter back advising that CAMHS are not accepting referrals at the moment. So I don't know how that is the situation. This person is based in Thomastown in Kilkenny, and I'll take the opportunity afterwards to follow this directly up with yourself, because I just don't see how that's acceptable. They also say as well that they're fearful that due to the fact that their child has an intellectual disability, that I fear that this will be also used as an excuse to reject a referral. So that's what they're already expecting in that situation. But certainly I don't see how it's acceptable for CAMHS to say that they're not taking new referrals. I'll leave it at that, Ceann Comhairle.